It's LAville. I just come back to another video. No, I haven't changed that intro. No, I'm gonna change it too. In today's video, we're gonna talk about a 6-week course that I'm taking that started this past Saturday. It's called Docs in Progress. It's by a nonprofit, and the class name is called Introduction to Documentary Production. And I was shocked with some of the things that they gave us, which we'll talk about in just a second. So I want to get into documentaries, and I know that I can look at YouTube videos and try to figure out how to do them myself. But sometimes I personally need personal interaction, personal instructions. I also thought it would be a better way for me to meet more people out. I thought it was a better way to meet more people. That way, I'm not just talking to the camera or trying to find people online. So I signed up for this course. The first class is Saturday. And they have a lot of good equipment there for the most part. But we're going to talk about the equipment they did give us to take home to shoot the video. So one, the little backpack that I had to check out, which is pretty cool. Have to figure out where to open it up at because it's not my backpack. So this is the gear that they gave us, and we'll talk about it. Not that I needed their gear, but I'm taking this as I don't know anything about anything, and that's why I'm taking this class. And where's the zipper? There it is. So this is what they give us in this kit. One, they give us some monitoring headphones. It's either the Sony MDR7502. The next thing they have in here is a little mic. This is a Joby mic with a windsock. They also give a Rode mic with a professional mount. And this, which one is this one? I don't know. It doesn't have a name on there. But you can see it's XLR input. And they gave us a camera. And I've never used one of these before, to tell you the truth. And this is the Canon XA60. It shoots in 4K. It takes SD cards. It has a input 1 and 2 for XLR. More professional recording, so that's pretty cool. Of course, it comes with a little battery. XLR inputs. Of course, power for the camera. And I think that's all that's in here. Like I said, in a nice little backpack. The other thing they gave us is a boom pole by Rode. The only thing with this is they didn't give me anything to mount this onto. So there is that. But I think the way this class is supposed to work is that we don't have enough people to actually have enough amount of people for teams. So a lot of people are doing solo shooting because they want us to get used to actually holding it as being the boom operator. But my class didn't have enough people for that, so that's probably why they did that. And they gave us a tripod, and this is a Lebet tripod, and it's pretty okay, So for this class, we have a project we have to do. For this class, we have to produce a 3 to 5 minute documentary on somebody, and I'm doing mine on my nephew. Not sure how I'm going to do it, but we're going to get it done. But it has to be 3 to 5 minutes. And already in the first class, they taught us things such as, hey, make sure you get enough B-roll. Make sure you shoot, I think they said 14 to 1. I think that was the ratio. Don't quote me on that because I should have took notes. I didn't take notes, so don't quote me on that. But I'll probably find it later. If I find it later, I'll put it down here. If not, it's that. But basically, it told us to make sure we shoot enough coverage and enough interview and enough things that we have to do the video on. One thing they didn't give us, which I know this is an intro class, and I'm not an intro person. I understand it's like we don't have any lights or anything. They're just giving you just these tools to be able to shoot a video. And I see what they're doing with that. Is that, hey, just do it. Don't worry about trying to have every single thing you need to have to shoot the video. Just make sure you have sound, a way to capture the image, and something to put your camera on. and that's basically all you really need. So I am glad about that. So like I said, for the next 5 weeks, I'll be in that class, which if you saw my last video, which means if I want to do more video for my YouTube, it's going to be a little hard, because I already have to figure out, talking to my sister about, hey, I need you to sign this release form, I need you to sign it for your son, and then I have to figure out what I'm going to do, because it's like on the next class they want us to bring footage already. But here's my issue. It's not an issue, here's something I have to work around. Like I said before, I work 9 to 6, and the class is on Saturdays from 10 to 4. So that means I have to shoot all this on Friday. So even though I'm allowed to work from home on Fridays, I think for my lunch, I'm going to drive out to my sister's, which is about 45 minutes from me. So that way I could set up all the lights and set up everything I want to set up, and talk to her about how I want to do this. That's the other thing too. I have to do a little, I want to say a shot list, but to tell her what I want to shoot, to make sure she has the space available for me to shoot there, and to make sure I get enough B-roll. You saw my letter video, I gotta make sure I get enough B-roll. And then on Saturday to take all that there to them. Other thing I think this class is going to teach me too is how to edit a lot better, because all my editing stuff, it sucks. Basically, it sucks. But what I like about taking an in-person class is that if I have questions, my question is answered right away, and not necessarily me have to hunt for it on AI or YouTube. And sometimes even reading it doesn't really convey it sometimes. But yeah, anyways, I just want to show you about all the equipment I have. I think I want to have fun trying to use this. I'm not sure if I'm going to use it since I have my own camera, but right now just having this here is fine. What I do like about this is that it has its own lens cap there, because you know your boy, I lose lens caps. I lose them, so I think that's pretty cool having it here, right here. The other thing I learned about this camera is that they have 2 rockers here for zoom and unzoom, whatever it is. But these are really quick. But I notice on top of the handle, this is more of a slow pull, which is really cool. Other thing I do like about this is that I have a red here and a red here, so it's 2 different places to start the camera. The other thing I like about this is it's small. It's really small and light. It's really small and light. Maybe if I start shooting one of these, anyways, whatever. That doesn't mean anything. This is really small and light, but I do have to do some research on this camera to figure out how to use it properly and what it can and can't do. One thing the instructor told us is that, because this is an intro class, is that we're not allowed to mess with any of the settings on here. They made it to basically do auto, but I might use this as my B cam and have my Z8 as my A cam, which I'll probably do, or maybe I will use this as my A cam, use my Z8 as my B cam, and so I can get used to using this. The only thing I would say is that this part I think is unfair for the other people in my class, is that I'm gonna have lighting and more likely they won't. So I think it's a little unfair, but it is what it is. What else is there? Yeah, so when I shoot straight into the stereo input. I don't shoot XLR. So I will like to see how that makes a difference, which is cool. The instructor did say one thing that he did wish that they have wireless microphones, which your boy does. I do have a wireless microphone, so that's cool. But other than that, I will keep you on the progress of my documentation of my daughter. I'll keep up with my documentation of my sister and her son. If she's okay with it, I will document some of this for my YouTube channel. And yeah, I think that's about it. So I'll see you in the next one.